What's poppin'? My name is Richie, and today we have a new series. We call it like 5 Minutes Monday. And I'm going to show you guys quick houses or quick builds that you can do in 5 minutes or less, or more maybe. I don't know. But today I'm going to show you guys how to build this little house here, obviously without the interior and this stuff all around here. But I'll still show you guys how you can do that. But obviously in the 5 minutes, I'm going to only show you guys the basic of the house. And then after that, I'm going to explain to you guys how you can do that cool stuff here. And with that being said, let's go into it. So basically for the main house, we only need 4 items, and that is these 4 here. I'll show you guys obviously everything where they're coming from on the screen. But we're going to start off with the white cube from the primitive shape gallery, and we're going to build a big block first. So we're going to scale it up as big as possible, and then make sure that we scale it down all the way till the second lowest level, you can say. So like this. Basically, you can just scale it down, and then as soon as you reach the lowest point, you can just go one up, and then make sure you place them inside of the grid set. Make sure that they don't sink in the floor, so like this, so they have to be like this. Great, so now we can fill out 2 grids here, and we can do that very quickly here, like that. Make sure, that is one thing which is very important, that they overlap, so like this, and like this in this direction. So we're gonna quickly adjust that here. I just want to show you that, so it's important. Otherwise, a lot of stuff will be messed up. So like this, we can just go one other here. And then same thing for the backside here. Fill it out. Make sure they overlap. That is important. Great. So now that we filled out 2 grids, we're gonna have another half of a grid from the backside here. Oh, there's the pickaxe swing glitch. Great. So we're gonna fill out one more half that is just for more aesthetic reasons, so it looks a little bit more pleasing. Great, so now that we have our floor, we can go here and just rotate it, make sure that it's standing up for the wall behind, and we can just place it inside of here. Very easy, should also fit perfectly. There's a good chance that the roof that we're gonna do next is not gonna fit perfectly, but you're gonna see that in a second. So. Right, just place 1 floor piece for the backside, and then go here, copy and paste all of this very quickly, and do it for the top again. So you can now see that there's a good chance that this is not perfectly fitting. For me, it's okay. It doesn't matter for the speed build, but you can obviously still adjust this in no grid snap. Great, so now we have a foundation. The next thing that we have to do is build our floors inside. For that, I'm going to use this piece right here. It's from the Art Deco gallery, and it perfectly fits within our pre-made shape here. So you can see it just fits perfect inside of the grid, and that is the reason why we also had to put it a little bit over the edge of these grid lines. So now it fits perfectly. For the second part here, we're going to make it a little bit smaller. So like this, maybe a little bit more. No, just actually like this. The cool thing about the Art Deco floors is that they really fit seamless into each other for whatever reason, which is really cool why I'm using them. But you can obviously use whatever you want as long as they fit into each other. Yes, we have this little buggy right here, but I think it's overall a pretty cool look. And next thing we have to do is go here and take this piece. I think it's from the Top Secret gallery. It's one of the yards. So let's get it up first and make sure that it's the right size, obviously. Scale it down if needed. And let's place it inside of here. Obviously make sure that it doesn't come out here, so like this. So you don't have the top running out here. So let's place it inside of the wall like that. And it yet again fits perfectly. If for whatever reason you have to scale it up a little bit more, then let's do that. And place it 2 more times here, or 1 more time actually, inside of the wall. That is a little bit too inside, like that. And you can see that on this side, it's a little sticking out, so we can adjust that quickly. And we have our basic room done. So up next, we're going to use these pieces from the ring gallery, and we're going to place them inside of our buildings to kind of create the illusion of a window. But first of all, we have to scale them like they're like a little bit more practical, and scale them just in size a little bit. And then make sure obviously they don't stick out on top. So like this. You can perfectly align them with the edge here, and then just eyeball the middle of these 2 as well. So a little bit more to the right, to the left, I think. Something like this. Oh, pickaxe swing glitch again. Great. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, up next we need these little lights from the military lights gallery. And for that we're just gonna rotate them like this. Make sure that they fit obviously perfect inside of the frame here. Scale them as big as you need them, depending on what you did. One thing you can do here is make them a little bit smaller in the wide, so like this, something like this. You don't have to do the height too much, because if you do the height too much, they will basically shrink down. Like, I'll quickly show you guys this. So like this, right? So you can basically have this like flattened piece here, which we don't want, obviously. So make sure that they stay normal and they will look fine. Maybe even like a little bit bigger, so something like this. And then obviously same thing for the other side here. I eyeballed this a little bit bad, so you can adjust it quickly. And yeah, again, hey, this glitch is going to happen often today, I see. So you can see now that it's perfectly looking like a window from here. And we can go up, rotate that whole thing like this. And then put them inside of here. We now also have these little things popping out here, which I think looks really cool. But if you don't like them, you can still adjust them accordingly if you want to. And also copy and paste that over here. We have to make this a little bit bigger yet again. And we're good to go. Okay, up next, we're gonna copy and paste all... Okay, up next, we're gonna copy and paste this whole window section, the whole frame. Just copy and paste all of that and go and put it on the other side, since they're obviously symmetrical. And you can just put them inside of here and they will look just fine. Oh, that was a little bit too low, I think. Like this, and should be fine. Great. Okay, now what we can do is just rotate it. Same thing as usual, rotate. We can use the same length here, because we kind of need the door now. So we can use that on this side and this on the other side. And now we have the middle one for the door. We can use these again, so we can have these little spacers, you can say. Make sure that they don't pop out on the top here. And go here as well. Perfect. And now we have our window, or the frame for our window. And then we obviously also need to do the top ones here. Just rotate them and should be good to go. Maybe a little bit less rotation. Put them inside of the cube here. Same on the other side. And then we also need one for the middle one. We have to scale that down a little bit though. So let's quickly adjust that as well. And we are good to go. So one thing which you can also do, and you probably have to do that in no grid snap, is placing down a spacer in between here as well. Make sure that obviously they fit and they don't overlap too much. I mean, there's a good chance that you have to readjust these little things here as well, so they really fit inside of them. So something like this. Alright, and we're done. That is basically the main room that you have to build. You can obviously go here and then copy and paste the whole thing and then stack it on each other and do like really cool stuff with this. Because the reason why this room is so cool is because you can really like create some really cool stuff very easily by just having, you know, these simple builds of each other, and then you can basically just create some really cool stuff with this and create some whole building sections of this room. But as I already said, I also want to show you guys how I did the other stuff here. So first of all, I placed down these little like water tiles here. And what you have to do for these, and that's the reason why we have to place it up like this size here. Basically, you're going to take this water tile here. And the cool thing about the water tile is that it basically fits perfect inside of this area right here. So it is basically the perfect height for it to not look like it is sinking in there, or it's like wrong size or whatever. So what you have to do is basically scale it up as big as you want or as small as you want, so you don't have to use that many props. I like to use it in like tiles or whatever, but you can obviously do whatever you want here. So something like this. And then you can see you can place it basically perfectly inside of the tiles here. So if you're done with placing down all the stuff around it, obviously forget about this one. You can go and take the grass tile, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter which grass tile it is. But the cool thing about the grass tile is that this basically has the opposite grid snap of the water, which means it basically looks like the water is inside of the grass. So you can basically place it whatever you want, and it will still look like the water is below the grass, which is really cool. And looks like there's an actual like I don't know how the English word for it is, but you know what I mean, pond or whatever. So it looks really nice, and the cool thing about the grass is obviously you can stack that into each other, so you don't have to worry about having like perfect grid snaps or whatever. So you can just go and, you know, adjust your own things and make it look really nice. For this little pathway, or for this little walkway here, I used something from the Shark Floor and Stair Gallery, which you can find here, and then I scaled it down 5 times. So this is basically like, if I'm gonna take this out of here again, you can see that if I scale it 5 times down, like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it basically is the perfect fit of this one. The reason why 5 is so important is because 5 is basically a number where they kind of stick together again. So you can see here that 5 is like, they perfectly fit next to each other. If I do like, let's take this again. If I do one more, and then I try to stick them on any grid snap, then they kind of not fit, you know, you see that? They kind of overlap, which we obviously don't want. So try to make it always in 5 steps. And then you can just place them around here. I just used the outer corner here, so you can see that is basically just the second part of the thing here. So this one right here. Just place it around, and then I use the cube, which we already used for the floor here and for all that stuff. I'm just gonna place it around and make like a little thing, so it looks like it is kind of protected or whatever. So that looks pretty cool. And that is basically all I have for you today. Hopefully that was a cool video. Let me know if I want to see more of these 10 5 minutes builds or whatever. And with that being said, I see you guys back in the next video. Bye.